In the wide, whispering savannah of Timbali, where the sun painted golden paths on the tall grass and zebras played tag with the wind, lived a young giraffe named Ginger. Ginger had a neck as long as a ladder, legs like stilts, and lashes as curly as a question mark. But Ginger had one big problem. She had no spots. Not one. Not even a dot the size of a cookie crumb. Every morning, the other young giraffes gathered under the shade of the baobab trees, playing games like spot hop, shadow twirl, and pattern parade. They flicked their tails, swished their necks, and giggled, "My spots look like pancakes. Mine look like raindrops. Mine look like dancing beans." Ginger tried to join in, but someone always said kindly, "Oh, Ginger, you can play too, but maybe next time you'll have your spots?" She tried everything to fit in. First, she rolled in the mud until she looked like a walking brownie. Then, she stuck flower petals on herself, pink ones, purple ones, even squishy yellow dandelions. Once, she even asked a leopard if she could borrow some spots for the afternoon. The leopard blinked slowly. "Sorry, darling. These are custom made." Poor Ginger. She wandered off, feeling like a plain popsicle in a freezer full of fancy ice creams. One evening, as the sun dipped low and fireflies lit up the sky, Grandma Tallulah, the oldest and wisest giraffe in the herd, gathered the little ones in a circle. Her voice was deep and smooth like melted honey. "Tomorrow," she began, "you will each set off on a journey. Not far, but far enough. Your challenge," she said, lifting her chin, "is to discover something no giraffe has ever seen before. Not just with your eyes, but with your heart. And if you do," she smiled, "you may just find your true spots." The next morning, the savannah buzzed with excitement. Giraffes packed little leaf bundles, tied vines around their necks like explorer scarves, and bounced off into the wild. Ginger took a deep breath and whispered, "Okay, world. Let's go find something extraordinary." She trotted past sunflowers taller than lions. She danced with butterflies shaped like tiny flying socks. She sipped dewdrops from spiderwebs that glistened like silver trampolines. But still, nothing felt extraordinary enough. Suddenly, she heard a sound, a soft plop, followed by a sniffle. She turned and peeked behind a mossy rock. There sat the strangest little creature she had ever seen. It had wrinkly knees, tiny eyes, and a big round shell like a backpack. It looked up with surprise. "Oh. Are you a mountain?" it squeaked. Ginger laughed. "No, silly. I'm a giraffe." "What are you?" "I'm a turtle. My name's Tiko." Ginger blinked. "Turtle? I've never heard of that before." Tiko puffed his chest. "I've never heard of giraffes either. You're like a tree that wiggles." Ginger and Tiko became fast friends. They played splash splash goose in the watering hole, balanced berries on their noses, and made silly faces at the clouds. They even made up a song together, musical notes, "I'm tall, you're small, we're different, that's all. But friends we shall be, like a giraffe and a pea," musical notes. When the stars peeked out from behind the clouds, Ginger noticed something shimmering in the water's reflection. Spots. Not muddy ones. Not painted ones. But soft, glowing, golden brown real spots, sprinkled like cinnamon on a cookie. They were spreading slowly, curling across her neck, chest, and back. "Tiko," she shouted. "Look. I've got spots. Please like, share and subscribe to my channel. Bye!"